Let's continue from where we stopped. Some people, they recognize risk, but they go into denial. They say to themselves that yes, the risks do exist, but they will never actually happen. That's a wonderful sentiment. But the truth of the matter is that it's good to have a risk management strategy. You have to have a plan to deal with risks. There are 3 ways to deal with risks. You can avoid the risks, you can transfer the risks, and you can mitigate the risk. I will begin with mitigation. Mitigation is the process of reducing the chance of that risk occurring, or if the risk does occur, having a plan B to reduce the undesirable consequences of the happening of that risk. First of all, I mentioned that mitigation is reducing the chance of the risk happening. For instance, if one has a project that involves handling hazardous materials, in order to reduce the occurrence of accidents, it's essential to provide safety training for your staff. Intense safety training will reduce the chance of your encountering an accident. Now, the second part of mitigation is, if it does happen, you have to have a plan B. You have to have a contingency plan to ensure that the negative consequences attached to that risks are reduced. For instance, if a worker does have an accident, you have to make sure that there is an emergency routine in place to make sure that there is appropriate first aid, to make sure that the staff is quickly and safely carted away for medical care. That's all about mitigation. Now, you can also transfer the risk. Okay, let's say you have a building. Now, you can pay an insurance company a premium for fire insurance. So in case there is any damage to the building by fire, the insurance company will pay for the repairs to the building. By that token, you have transferred that particular risk to the insurance company. Now let's go to avoiding risk. Avoiding risks does not necessarily mean running away from risk. Let me explain it. Avoiding risk is, for example, there is a procedure that must be undertaken, and it's an untested procedure. You can decide to do away with that procedure completely and replace it with a more tested and tried procedure. By that way, you have completely avoided the risk of failure from an untested procedure. So that's how to avoid risk. So far, so good. We've learned quite a lot about risk, and I'll see you on the next clip.